Voices of the future, journey, vision, inspiring role models, leadership, storytelling, finance, voices of the future. The podcast spotlighting Utaway's top talent.
Welcome to the Voice of the Future, the podcast that highlights those reshaping tomorrow. Today we're joined by TAEYMI.
Hello.
Promoter of the Social Fit Project, fitness content creator, and digital storytelling enthusiast. She'll share how discipline, impact, and community comes together in our world, and how she transforms energy and creativity into inspiration for her community. So first question. So if you had to introduce yourself in 30 seconds, who is TAEYMI beyond fitness, digital storytelling, and your role as a promoter of the Social Fit Project?
Okay, so what most people don't know, in Canada at least, my legal first name is Patience, but when I moved to Canada, I'm like, nah, I don't want to go by Patience anymore. I feel more like TAEYMI here. So, hi, my name is Patience TAEYMI George. I am Nigerian. I moved to Canada a year ago, February 2025. And beyond Social Fit Project, I'm a social media marketer, a digital marketer. I do a lot of things. I was just talking to Alois just now, and he was, oh my God, you do everything. So yeah, I am someone who does like everything, if that makes sense.
Amazing, amazing. So how did you get into fitness, digital storytelling, community building?
Oof, it's a long story. So let's start with fitness. Mm-hmm. Sometime in 2021, I used to be like, I still look skinny, right? But when I tell you that till I was like 16, I was weighing 30 kg. And even at like 25, I was still like, 40, 42. That's not like healthy weight. So I desperately wanted to gain weight. And then I was online, I was doing my research, and people would like just eat. But to me, eating wasn't working. Like eating is exhausting, right? Mm-hmm. And again, you will eat a lot of unhealthy things. So when I was online, then I saw fitness, like exercise can help you gain weight. I was like, oh, really? By the next week, I registered for the gym. And coming from an African family, my Nigerian mother and siblings, they were like, why are you going to the gym? Look at you, you're already so skinny, you want to disappear, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And I was like, nope, one thing about me, which maybe I should have said earlier, I do what I want. Since I started making my adult money, I do what I want. Mm. So I was like, yeah, it's my money. So I started going to the gym, I got into it, and yes, I did put on weight. And my fitness journey has been in phases. So after that period, I moved from Nigeria to Rwanda. I had stopped working out. Then I moved to Rwanda and I met my boyfriend, and he's a fitness trainer. He owns a gym.
Perfect.
Right. So I needed to, my mental health was, everyone knows when you move from one country to another, your mental health can become unstable. So he was like, you know what? I think you should join the gym. It's going to help you, right? Mm. And then I registered for the gym. That was like the most expensive gym in Kigali, Soho Fitness, right? So I registered and I got to realize that, oh my God, this is an amazing community. Like you just don't go to the gym to work out. Like I would go to the gym in the morning and I can stay there the whole day. Because I was meeting people, friends who were talking business, were talking life. And, so again, because I had a fitness boyfriend, I got into the whole fitness thing as well. I became a trainer, I got clients, and that was how it's like progressed. And here we are today.
And while we're at that topic, what are some of the challenges that you faced putting on your own session of fitness out there? And I think I low-key still kind of suck at that because,
again, I said my boyfriend has a gym, right? And he's very good in the whole thing of like, you know, asking people to come and work out and train and all of this stuff. Again, almost everything that I have done in my life, almost every way that I make money in my life, it has always been through word of mouth. You know, like I probably do something for someone and they're like, oh, we know this person, and you know, they will always introduce you to people. So me coming to Canada and starting the Social Fit project was the first time that I had done like, you know, active marketing for things that I do, like the fitness thing.
That's just telling me you're great at networking.
I mean, no, I'm great at what I do. So when people, you know, someone hears someone say, oh, I want to do this stuff, they're like, I know the perfect person for you. So, you know. I'm just good like that.
Period.
Yeah.
And then, so what motivates you daily to share your energy and message with the community?
So I came, as I said earlier, or maybe I didn't, but in February 2025, I moved to Canada, right? And from my experience in Rwanda, I thought that, you know, it's going to be easy to find community. Like if you just find a gym, you will meet people, right? But then I came and I was like, yes, I'm ready to join the gym. I'm ready to meet people. And community gyms are like gyms whereby you find community. They are very different from big box gyms, right? You can't find like community in gyms whereby everyone is just working out by themselves. Everyone is wearing headphones, and that was what I realized. So I was looking for a gym. And then most of the gyms that could offer that sense of like community, they were going for like $200, $300. I met one that was $4. And I remember that day I went out in the cold to go to this gym, and then they were telling me it was $400. I was so mad. And like when I was coming back home, the question I was asking myself, again as a very new person, I was asking myself, I was like, how are newcomers supposed to survive in this country? Literally,
$400 for gym is crazy.
I did not have a job. I was applying, like, you know, I was applying every day for a job. And, you know, I didn't know nobody. It was from my house to wherever, maybe an interview or, you know, and I could not find community. So in my head, I was like, how are newcomers supposed to survive here? And I was like, you know what? I'm going to create what it is that didn't exist. And it first started as a conversation that I was having with my boyfriend, and he was like, you know, yeah, you're a fitness trainer. The people in the neighborhoods try to like put out invites and tell them to like, you know, come out to the local park and work out. So I put it out online. I told people like, you know, I'm planning this workout at the park, and I had a lot of immigrants. I don't know why I don't like that word, but you know, immigrants, newcomers. I had a lot of newcomers who like reached out to me like, oh, you know, you're a new person and you're doing this. It's awesome. I want to, you know, join the workout. I think it was like mostly inspiring to them that someone who was new, I was barely 2 months in, and I was already like planning and, you know, mobilizing people, creating a community for myself. So people were very interested. And they signed up. The first day, 5 people showed up. Someone came from Gatineau, someone came from Kanata, and it was over at Orleans. The first workout that I did, it was at Orleans. And people came this far to join the workout,
that is
right?
really far.
Exactly. So basically, that was how the Social Fit project started. And it wasn't even called Social Fit project. To me, I just wanted to work out before, you know, everything else came in. So I started it. The first time it was 5 people. The second time it was 3 people who showed up.
Yeah.
And then by the third time, like I was getting like 12 people, 15 people showing up to a session. So yeah, that's like the history behind the Social Fit project.
And what about the digital storytelling?
Oh, digital storytelling. So I have been in the marketing field since 2018. So I have been in the digital marketing since 2018. I was working for this startup. That was my first job out of uni, and they were like, if you guys don't make this project work, first week at work, if you don't make this project work, y'all are getting fired.
First week.
First week.
Wow, talking about
First
pressure.
week, they're like, yeah, like getting fired. So I had to start learning things that I had no idea about. I studied IT and business. So to me, I was like, okay, how can we make this work? So that was how I started researching. I came across content marketing, digital, and that was actually how I learned it. And since then, I've grown my craft, curiosity. Everyone who have been like, oh, I want to learn social media marketing from you, or, branding, I'm like, curiosity is what helps you the most. I didn't learn from nobody. I was curious, like, okay, I see this thing. How can I replicate it? How will it make sense for this business? And that was basically how I got into the field 8 years ago?
Wow, yeah. Wow. Feels like yesterday, huh?
I know.
So when you realize that your impact goes beyond fitness, social media, and promoting initiatives like when did you realize? When did you realize that your impact goes beyond fitness, social media, and promoting initiatives like the Social Fit Project?
There are so many moments for me when I got to realize this. And, just a couple weeks ago, I was going through my phone and I searched for the word inspire in my messages. And there were a bunch of messages that showed up, right? Like, oh, you inspire me, you're new to Canada and you're doing this, you're letting immigrants know that they can do more with themselves, So it wasn't just about the fitness. It wasn't just about you are bringing people together. It's that you are telling people that, no, you can live beyond what it is that have been quote unquote designed for you. I don't know if I would say designed for you, because as immigrants, there are things that we are told. Like, nah, you can't do this. Get a job that is, mediocre, settle, and that literally destroys, it does destroy our lives, whether we like it or not.
Very true.
Yeah, so.
I totally agree with you, especially as newcomers. You're trying to navigate the new country. You don't really, and it's I'm sure it's very inspiring. It's inspiring to me, like.
So
I love to hear
people basically give you advice, no, you can't do that. It's not possible for you to own a business.
Exactly.
It's not possible for you to come here and get a job right away. You have to work at, maybe McDonald's or Tim Hortons. They tell you all of these things. But immigrants need to know that their own journeys are unique. And every day, especially in the digital scene, whenever someone tells me that, oh, I want to do this, I'll tell them, go online. You will find people who share the same mindset as you.
That's very
right?
true.
Which is why I am very, very in love with digital storytelling. I've helped a couple of people whereby they're like, oh, I want to do this. I'm like, come, sit down. I turn on my camera. I told them what to say, And those videos, they did over 1,000 1,000 likes, hundreds of thousands of views, that's the power of digital storytelling. And I'm a proof that works. Because I'm right here, right now. People are asking me questions. So, yeah.
Wow. So as a newcomer and an immigrant, I think TAEYMI's just so interesting. She's very inspiring for all of us out there. You've heard it from her. Take some notes. Join some fitness group like hers. But what's also fascinating about her is just how she links discipline and creativity to impact the community. And talking about discipline, and what's your daily routine to stay disciplined and perform at your best?
Full disclosure, I had seen that question earlier, right? And I had been thinking about it for the longest. And I know this conversation is about inspiration and, how I do things. But deep down, this is also a conversation about, immigration and being an immigrant. That's what it means to me, right? And when I say that, since I moved here, my routine around discipline and, just doing things, it has literally, I don't know the English word for that. Tanked down, right? It has literally tanked down. So, I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question.
So I
guess in this, you just have to do things, man. You just have to do things. As an adult,
motivated, huh?
Exactly. You don't have to be motivated. You don't have to be, just do things. That's just it. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. But my routine Wake up in the morning. Right now, this is my routine right now. I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do, I take my shower, I eat, get work out of the way. I mostly do digital marketing stuff during the day. By evening time, I'm a fitness trainer. I train people online, and then I do my own workouts at 10 p.m. at night.
Interesting.
I go to the gym at 10 p.m. at least 3 times a week.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I keep the workout to the last, because whenever I work out and then I have to eat, I get sleepy. And that means I'm not going to do anything else with my day. So my workout is like the last thing I do. Yeah.
Perfect. And what is the most important habit that helps you grow? And how do you stay motivated when results take time?
Again, I'm not going to be the person who do the whole aspire to, motivate thing, because honestly, it is hard.
Sure is.
It is hard. Like, honestly, being a newcomer to Canada and doing what it is that I am doing and trying to stick to my guns in, the fact that I feel like I can create success my own way, it has been the most challenging experience of my life. But I think the thing that keeps me going is that there are people who are going to wait for you to fail. I know that there are people that, they're like, I can't wait for when this girl is going to come and tell me she can't make rent, or she can't eat, or can you borrow me some money?
People are always waiting for you.
Oh my God. And dear Jesus, I pray I never get to that point. Because there was a time, right, when I came, I think that was month 4 that I was in Canada.
Yeah.
And I talked about online. I'm a very transparent person online. So I talked about I went to the food bank for the first time, right? And then there was someone under my comments who was like, I told you should have gone to do PSW course. By now you'd have started getting clients. They were so rude because, and then in my head I'm like, no, don't ever speak to me like that,
Literally.
So, there are going to be people like that who are like, well, all these things she's doing, she will soon realize that it's not going to work.
There's always someone looking for your downfall.
Yep, that's what wakes me up every morning. Like, girl, you better, you better do what you need to do. Yeah.
And what is the most important habit that helps you grow?
The most
important habit?
I think it is I feel deep down, I feel like I'm a very different person. The things that I want out of my life are very different from what the average person would want. So I grew up in northern Nigeria, right? And where I grew up, there were no, the kind of relationships you saw with marriage and everything. It was this is the role of the woman, this is the role of the man. And I remember being that young, I did not even know what the word feminism was, but I was just like, nah, this can't be my life. I don't want this, Now coming back to the newcomer community, when people move to Canada, life becomes so stressful that they sometimes forget everything else. They don't work out, they don't exercise, they forget everything. And it's not their fault, right? We're all trying to pay bills, we're all trying to meet up with the demands from back home, but it's not helpful to us. So, and also, something else about fitness is people don't like to do it alone. I'm a fitness trainer, but I do not like training by myself. When you're with other people, it encourages you, it pushes you to actually show up. So it's and also there's a research that says that when immigrants move to Canada, they are usually healthier than those that are born in Canada. But after a while, their health declines. And you also see it before I came here, everyone told me when you come to Canada, you're going to gain weight. And I'm like, why? But now that I'm here, it makes sense. When it's winter, people are not moving, people are not walking, people are having 2 jobs, 3 jobs, people are having to drive from one shift to the other. There is no room or space to work out. So the reason why I started this is that I want newcomers to know that fitness is a way for you to fight, the stress. Fitness is a way for you to fight the isolation. Right? Because now I have created a community whereby I'm you can meet other people who also want to work out. And when you come here, you get to make friends, you get to laugh, you get to talk to people, but at the same time, you are also exercising your body, right? So I am trying to create an avenue whereby newcomers can come out, they can work out, they can use it as a way to also meet people, because a lot of newcomers, they are plagued with isolation. Before I came here, I've seen people crying online, even till now, crying about being lonely. They don't have friends. Canada is such a lonely place, but it don't have to be, right? So I'm using fitness as a way to bridge that gap between newcomers not working out and newcomers needing a place where they are going to meet people.
What would you like to inspire or change in your followers?
Again, same thing. Go to the gym. The gym is going to help you. It's going to help you mentally. It's going to help you physically. You're going to feel more confident in your body. When you feel more confident in your body, you show up more confidently in life, right? So go to the gym. You're not meant to do life in Canada alone. Meet people, make great friends, right? So that's the major thing for me. Like, just work out, please. It's going to help you a lot.
And can you share a moment where you felt your work truly transformed? Yeah, I'll just repeat the whole thing. Can you share a moment where you felt your work truly transformed someone? I'll repeat the whole thing again.
Yeah.
Okay, can you share a moment where you felt your work truly transformed someone?
Oh, there are a couple of moments. Like, sometimes after our workouts, I've had people just walk up to me and be like, "TAEYMI, thank you so much for doing this." Right? A couple weeks ago, I was talking to someone and the person was like, "Bro, can you believe that when I came to Canada," she's been here for almost 3 years, and she was like, "Can you believe when I came to Canada, because of all like the hustling and stuff, I became so like, a little bit depressed and I had to start seeing a therapist," right? And then she was like, "But I didn't know, I just needed to go back to being physically active." So she started joining the community. She started working out. She started working out on her own more. And she says, "This has done much more for me than therapy did." Like, this is not an anti-therapy message, but in terms of like, isolation and loneliness, like, to me, it's like, what can a therapist tell you that will take you out of isolation, right? It's something that you have to actively do. And that is what, the community provided for her. Like, now she works out, she's more fit, she's feeling happier. And I think those moments are, it's where I feel proud of the work that I've done. Like, I've had someone come up to me before too, and she was like, "Yeah, I lost my job, and since then I haven't been able to go to the gym. I don't have any friends here, and but she comes to the community. We go out for brunches, we work out together, we go out on tours, and she feels like she's part of something now. Every Saturday when the same people show up over and over again, it makes me feel truly proud that, yes, I think we have built something here that people depend on as a way to, move their bodies and meet people."
And how do you see the fitness, wellness, and community engagement scene evolving in Ottawa?
I love it. I've actually been like a part of some other like fitness movements in the city. There is Steven. I don't know if you know Steven. Steven founded Free Fitness Ottawa. And he's a believer in the fact that fitness should not be luxury. Fitness should be free. Why do I have to pay to move my body, right? So he's a believer in that, and he champions it. He brings together a lot of free events in Ottawa. Like a couple weeks ago, we did a skiing event for newcomers. So newcomers who have never gone skiing before, and he agrees to tutor our community, right? So through him, I love the new fitness scene here, and I know that it's only going to get better, and I hope that more newcomers and more immigrants actually see it as a way to, get involved with their local community, basically.
We'll just move forward. So now let's talk about your vision and ambition. So if you had to summarize your mission in one sentence, what would it be?
It would be Fitness as a tool to combat isolation and integration issues amongst newcomers to Canada.
Ooh.
Simple.
In 5 years, how would you like your impact to be perceived?
Oh, in 5 years, I hope to have created a third space for immigrants, that they would not have to feel the kind of like isolation and loneliness that I felt in my first couple months in Canada, where like a place where they know that they can come to and, you know, they can meet people in a very natural setting. And I want to have built, not just like, you know, I want to have built an infrastructure to support newcomer wellness in Canada. That's what I want it to be perceived as. Not, oh, we are helping immigrants. No, it's an infrastructure, something that, you know, I want the government of Canada to maybe feel like, yeah, newcomers need this. This can support newcomer mental health. This can help newcomers to adjust better. So that's my goal. That's how I want it to be perceived in the future.
And what's the biggest challenge you want to tackle in your career or influence?
Biggest challenge. I mean, right now, I mean, it's a natural challenge, right? I'm a newcomer, so there is a lot of like knowledge gap. I'm a newcomer doing stuff for newcomers, and there are lots of things that I don't know, right? And it means going out of my way to seek knowledge and learn things, learn how the systems work, so that I can, you know, create the kind of impacts that I want to create in the fitness scene, in the newcomer community scene, and all of this. So yeah, that's basically like a major challenge that I need to overcome right now.
I'm sure you will, for sure.
And also, again, for the fact that I am a newcomer, I'm not going to lie. Yes, my community has helped me tremendously. This is not just something I do for people, it's something that the community also does for me. I get to meet people, I get to help people, it's good. But again, I'm still a newcomer. And there are like, you know, those natural challenges that come from moving from one country to another, right? Like I told people, now winter is almost over, but I told people that when winter started, the day that clock changed, from that day I literally felt like I didn't want to be here anymore, right? And the cycle has continued like throughout the whole winter. So yeah, there are moments like that where I really, you know, it's been very challenging, I'm not going to lie. But you know, we just move on with it. But yeah, the natural cycle of being a newcomer, that's like a challenge that I'm having right now. And I know that in the next 2 years, 3 years, I'll feel better about it. I would have adjusted completely to life here in Canada.
For sure,
yeah.
for sure. So now, we'll just take a quick moment to just relax. We'll have some fun.
Oh.
And we'll get to explore some of our personal side.
Okay.
I'm so excited. So, okay, are you ready? Okay.
I don't know what those answers will be, but okay.
Actually, now we'll just make it nice, light, and fun, and we're just having fun. Okay. So, are you more of a cardio or strength training?
Definitely strength training. That's what gives us the, you know, the glutes and everything. So yeah, it makes us look good. So definitely strength training.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. I'm more in like the cardio side. I love running outside. Like
if you leave me with cardio, forget I'm a fitness trainer, but on cardio, I will almost die. Technically, yeah.
You're gonna come on the one with me. And what's your favorite post-workout snack?
Everything. That's one of the advantage of working out to gain weight, not to lose weight. So my favorite workout snack is everything. Definitely your proteins. You need your proteins after like a good strength training session, because that's what helps you, like, you know, heal the muscle and everything. So yeah, everything.
But if you had to mention one thing though, what would it be?
One thing. Fat bastard burrito. After every workout session, the protein punch bowl.
Yeah,
that's
you know.
That's my snack.
Oh, anyways,
it's
yes,
so good.
Yes. Can you give us a funny or unusual story that happened during a coaching or shooting session?
Oh, during a coaching or shooting session, I mean, so because my fitness community is a social fitness community, right? Meaning people are allowed to talk, people are allowed to like, interact and all. Ooh, sometimes it can be a lot because a song comes up and these guys, they are like, they are squatting or they are in the middle of a session and then they just start dancing, right? I mean, it's a very beautiful thing to see. Most people, this is not something that, they get to experience because, again, people are in their houses, they are not doing things. So it's like, it's awesome to see, right?
It sure
and,
is.
when it comes to shooting as a creative, we already know, in fact, even just this like interaction, we've been through it like a million times, whereby you're trying to record someone and they do like 2 million takes and you're just there like, your eye is twitching, like, like this is just one line, why aren't you getting through it? So yeah, I mean, it's not a funny story, but it's like things that happen that gives me a little bit of joy and, yeah.
And if you were a fitness program, what would it be called? Good question.
Chaotic. There is no fitness program called chaotic, but yeah, it will definitely be very chaotic. I don't know what that means either, but yeah, trust me. People who know me, like I'm everywhere, and sometimes I think I kind of like have like ADHD brain, and I'm everywhere. My brain is working at like 5 billion kilometers per hour, but yeah.
And what's a
If that makes
song?
sense.
It does make sense, yes. What's a song or a track that always pumps you for training?
People are always surprised when I tell them this. I do not listen to music when I train.
At all?
Nope.
Oh.
I do not do music. I am pumped by myself, right? I don't listen to music when I train. I do what I need to do. And that's it, which is why, because I also train with people a lot of the time. When you're training with people, you can't be using headphones. So I've never really gotten into like training while listening to music.
Wow, so you always just train with people all the time?
Even when I train alone, no music.
Wow. Wow.
Yep.
Can't relate. I need my music.
Nope, not me. Not me.
Wow.
And I don't have a favorite song either. There are so many songs that, people talk about that I don't know because, again, people are shocked. I'm not a music person.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
If you hear me listening to music, you need to come ask me what's wrong with you because there's something happening in my life.
Really?
Yep.
That's interesting. Because a lot of us literally view music as like, just like a way. Wow, that's very interesting. I won't even lie. Well, all that being said, thank you so much, TAEYMI, for sharing your inspiring journey.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
Thank you.
Of course. Between discipline, impact, and storytelling, she reminds us that every action can transform a community. Listen today to those who will shape tomorrow. And thank you so much for tuning in to this episode.
Thank you.
Les voix de l'avenir. Écoutez aujourd'hui ceux qui feront demain. Voices of the future. Listen today to those who will shape tomorrow.